Take a good long look into this eye. It's more than just the window to an animal's soul. It's a portal to our own past, a reflection of human history, and a marvel of biological engineering. You might think you know the horse, the gentle giant of the field, the thundering champion of the racetrack. But the story of this creature is far deeper, stranger, and more incredible than you can imagine. This is why horses are way cooler than you think. For millennia, they have been our partners in work, war, and exploration. They've shaped history on a global scale, their hoofbeats echoing through the rise and fall of empires. They've amazed scientists with a biology so unique it defies simple explanation. They even inspired fashion, creating an entire aesthetic of elegance and power. Over the next few minutes, we're going to peel back the layers of myth and misconception to reveal the incredible secrets of the horse. So stick around, because we're about to embark on a journey that spans millions of years, from the dawn of life to the modern day. Our story begins not with a saddle, but with a fossil. Long before they were companions, horses were wild prey. The tale of their partnership with humanity is a detective story written in ancient bones and DNA. For a long time, we believe the first domestication happened around 4,000 years ago. But recent discoveries have pushed that timeline back even further. Evidence from the bowtie culture in modern-day Kazakhstan suggests that horses have been our companions for over 5,500 years. Archaeologists found horse milk fats in ancient pottery and signs of bit wear on horse teeth, proving these early people weren't just hunting horses, they were riding them, milking them, and living alongside them. This partnership didn't just change life for a single tribe, it changed the course of civilization. Before the horse, human power was limited by the strength of our own 2 feet and the slow, steady pull of oxen, but the horse brought speed and endurance. They could plow twice as much land as an ox in a single day, leading to agricultural surpluses that allowed villages to grow into towns and towns into cities. They became the engines of trade, pulling wagons laden with goods across continents, connecting cultures and economies like never before. The world began to shrink, all thanks to the power of 4 hooves. But with this new power came a new, more terrifying application: warfare. The horse revolutionized how battles were fought. Suddenly, armies could move faster, strike harder, and control vast territories. Think of the great empires of antiquity: the Roman cavalry, the Persian cataphracts, the European knights in shining armor. All of them owed their military might to the horse. But perhaps no empire demonstrates this more starkly than that of the Mongols. Genghis Khan's empire? It wasn't just built on horseback, it was an empire, the horse. The Mongol warrior and his horse were a single entity. They could ride for days on end, sleeping in the saddle and even drinking blood from their horse's vein to survive. This unparalleled mobility allowed them to conquer an area larger than North America, creating the largest contiguous land empire in history. The hoofbeats of their ponies struck fear into the hearts of kings from China to Hungary. History wasn't just written by the victors, it was written by those who rode the fastest. While their impact on our history is monumental, the secrets hidden inside the horse's body are just as profound. They've amazed scientists for centuries with their unique adaptations. For instance, you've probably heard that horses can actually sleep standing up. This isn't a myth, it's a biological superpower. As prey animals, the ability to bolt at a moment's notice is critical for survival. Lying down to sleep makes them vulnerable, so they evolved something called the stay apparatus. It's an intricate system of ligaments and tendons in their legs that can lock their joints in place with minimal muscular effort. This allows them to doze and rest lightly on their feet, conserving energy while remaining ready to flee. However, they do still need to lie down for deep REM sleep, but they only need a couple of hours of it every few days. Now let's look down at their feet. It might surprise you to learn that horses only have 1 toe per foot. What we call a hoof is actually a highly evolved, supersized toenail. Their earliest ancestor, the tiny dog-sized or dawn horse, which lived over 50 million years ago, had multiple toes. But as horses evolved to live on open grasslands where speed was essential, their anatomy adapted. The side toes gradually disappeared, and the central toe grew larger and stronger, eventually becoming the single powerful hoof we see today. This single-toe structure is incredibly efficient for running, turning the entire leg into a spring-loaded pendulum. So yes, their hooves are like giant fingernails, made of the same protein, keratin, and they grow continuously, which is why domesticated horses need horseshoes and regular trimming from a farrier. Look back at those eyes. Their placement on the sides of the head gives horses have nearly 360-degree panoramic vision. This is another crucial adaptation for a prey animal, allowing them to spot predators approaching from almost any direction. It's almost like having eyes in the back of their head. They have only two small blind spots, a narrow cone directly in front of their face and another directly behind their tail. This is why you should always speak to a horse as you approach from behind, so you don't startle them. And here's another amazing fact. Horses have the largest eyes of any land mammal. They are about 8 times larger than human eyes, allowing them to see exceptionally well in low light. So you think horses just come in brown or black? Think again. The world of equine genetics is a vibrant, colorful tapestry. While bay, chestnut, and black are the base colors, a whole suite of genes can modify them into a breathtaking array of coats. There are pintos and paints with their dramatic patches of white, palominos with their golden coats and flaxen manes, and the striking patterns of the Appaloosa. But some breeds take beauty to a whole other level. Nope, that's not CGI. Meet the Akal Teka, a breed from the deserts of Turkmenistan, often called the horse from heaven. There's a breed called the Akal Teke, famous for its metallic golden coat. This incredible sheen isn't just a trick of the light. The hair structure of the Akal Teke is unique. The core of each hair is opaque, but the outer layer is translucent, causing it to refract and reflect light like spun metal. This adaptation is thought to have served as camouflage in the shimmering desert landscape. They are one of the oldest and rarest breeds in the world, prized for their incredible endurance, intelligence, and of course, their otherworldly beauty. The horse's influence gallops far beyond the battlefield and the farm. It's woven into the very fabric of our culture and language. We measure the power of our cars in horsepower, a term coined by James Watt to compare the output of his steam engines to the power of draft horses. When we're impatient, we need to hold our horses. When we get information from the source, it's straight from the horse's mouth. They've inspired art for millennia, from prehistoric cave paintings to the masterpieces of Leonardo da Vinci. And yes, they even inspired fashion, giving us everything from riding boots to the entire equestrian aesthetic that speaks of class and athleticism. Today, they are our partners in sport, our companions in leisure, and even our healers, with equine therapy helping people overcome physical and emotional challenges. So next time you see a horse, whether it's grazing peacefully in a field or thundering down a racetrack, take a moment to appreciate the sheer depth of its story. Remember, you're looking at a creature that's part athlete, with a body honed by millions of years of evolution for speed and endurance. You're looking at a part-time traveler, a living link to the empires, battles, and journeys that shaped our modern world. And you're looking at an all-around legend, a symbol of freedom, power, and an enduring, unspoken partnership with humanity. From a tiny, forest-dwelling creature to the engine of civilization, the horse is, and always will be, one of the most magnificent animals to ever walk the earth.